Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tea Time with Liz and Friends. We are back for another amazing episode. Happy Monday. My voice, you all, listen, just bear with your girl, okay? She going through some things. Just say a prayer, all right? But we are still here. We are not missing tea time. What is up, Miss Joe? How are you tonight?
I am good. I am good. This weather has been beautiful today. You know,
Okay.
the time is changing, so it's a little dark outside. So my body's like, is it time for bed?
Okay, that
Yes, it
part.
is. Yes, it is. But we gonna make it
Absolutely.
through.
We're gonna make it work, right?
We're gonna make it
Daylight
through.
savings time is coming soon, so we'll get back into regulation soon. But we are happy and excited for you all to come and tune in. Some of you may be watching Monday Night Football. I ain't mad at you, but just let us know if you replayed us, okay? So that we know that you are tuning in. If you are, let us know where you're tuning in from. Shout out to us to say, hey, we love to hear from you. So, with that, let's get into these announcements because we got a special guest tonight and I'm excited to get into the tea. So, as always, there's really nothing new coming up, but we got some great new episodes next month, and we're going to talk about, seeking out your dream. How do you keep dreaming where you are wearing so many hats and different things? We got another special guest. I won't give out who that is quite yet, so stay tuned. Make sure you are following us on all of our social media platforms, which are Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. If you are new to the platform, definitely subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can catch up on all your tea, all four seasons of the tea, okay? All four seasons. And so we are excited that we are soon to be done. We have only three more episodes, you all, before the season is completely done. This year is done. And we thank you for sticking by us, supporting us, letting us know when you see us in these streets. Hey, tea time. We love it. And we thank you. So definitely keep sharing the tea, keep supporting us and subscribing. We got some great things on the horizon coming up next year. So that is how you can contact us. If you have any episode ideas, anything you want to share, anything that's inspired you, let us know. You can email us as well at info at teatimewithliz and friends.com, or you can DM us as well and just let us know what is on your heart. We would love once again to hear from you on that. So, Miss Joe, you get to introduce our guests and start the show tonight. What we getting
All
into?
right. Well, I am really excited about our guest that we have today. Today's episode, we will be talking about women's health, which is a very important discussion. It's a issue that, not an issue, just a subject that all women should be aware of, and not just women, but men as well, for the special
Most
ladies that are
definitely.
in their life. And to join us
Okay.
today, we have a friend, a very special friend of mine. She's a sister friend. Um, who I love dearly. I've known her for years, and I've worked with her side by side um, in women's health. Actually, she's very experienced in women's health. I'll let her actually tell you how long she's been in the field for. Her name is Thomia Rochelle. So you bring her up and welcome to Thomia Rochelle.
Hey, tea time. Hey, tea time.
Hi,
Thank
Thomia.
you. Thank you.
Welcome.
Welcome. Now we
Thank
both know
you.
her as Mia, but you all are gonna know her as Miss Tamia, okay? That is our sister. We are excited to have you here tonight.
Glad to be here. Glad to be here. I've been in
So,
healthcare. Go ahead.
go
Go,
ahead.
go ahead. Tell us about yourself. Go ahead.
Oh, well, um, I have been in healthcare for almost 20 years, specializing in women's health for over 14 years.
Wow. Wow. So
Yes,
you know us. You know us. Okay. All right.
kind of, sort of.
I'm talking about. So, let's go ahead on and get in these questions so we can start sipping on some of this tea.
Yes, yes.
What is the what is the most health risk women are unaware of?
One thing I feel like we are unaware of is the mortality and rate in Black women maternally. So, morality in Black women. The rate of the Black women in the United States is higher than most white, Hispanic, and Asian women.
Wow.
During the pandemic, there was an increase in maternal death rates, and it widened the racial disparities for Black women. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Factors that play a part of our social, economic factors are racism, chronic stress, specific things like lack of access to health insurance, racial
Wow.
bias in the healthcare, cardiovascular conditions like high blood pressure
Yeah.
and preeclampsia, fibroids that could cause hemorrhage during deliveries. And most Black women are more common to have fibroids due to the lack of vitamin D. And we don't have a lot of
Wow.
vitamin D because of our melon content level. So we lack vitamin D, which gives us, which we are more prone to having fibroids. So that could happen with maternal health as well as postpartum depression. A lot of postpartum women, you know, don't talk about it. It's silent
Yeah.
because we're so resilient, and we come off as being the strong Black woman, and we can take care of it, or we got it. And
Nice.
so some people don't talk about it, but it's something that people can die from.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
Do you feel like that's a like kind of across the board health wise, like as far as health wise about our health, like, oh, I have this pain, but I'm just so busy and I don't have time to take time off to go to the doctor, as a Black woman. Do you feel like we just ignore our
sometimes,
body and
yeah,
our health
that's
because
good.
of the issues and the concerns and our lack of resources that we have? Do you see that a lot?
Most definitely. And with postpartum depression, we're coming home. We may have other kids we're taking care of, and then we have another baby. And so we don't, it feels like we're tired and fatigued for those reasons. But when your body doesn't feel right or you're just not feeling right, you have to speak up about it because, like I said, postpartum is depression is real, and we don't talk about it, and it needs to be talked about.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
And
real. That's
they do, I'm wearing pink because of breast cancer awareness month.
of
Shout out to
course. Shout
October.
out to all of the Octobers. Yes.
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 Super.
Um, yes. Black maternal health awareness is the week of April 11th through the 17th.
Okay.
So
I didn't
that's
know
something to
about
know.
that.
Get active. Attend some session during that week to kind of educate you about maternal mortality rates in the United States.
Wow, that's good. I can definitely relate to, I mean, granted my son is like 15, but I do remember my postpartum depression, and it was kind of bad. Like I probably should have sought some help. And I mean, and especially if you are, let's say you are struggling with just general life stuff and then you have postpartum, like that can be very devastating to your mental and your health. So yeah, we definitely need to make sure we're looking out for our mommies out here. Okay, let her
Yes,
know that
yes,
you care. Check on her. See if she needs anything. Even if she says she's fine, still
make
check
sure
on
she's
her.
fine.
Yeah, make sure she's fine.
Yes.
Definitely, definitely. All right, so and knowing some of these concerns are what we need to be aware of. What are some strategies, though, of us helping our causing us to have a healthier lifestyle choice. So if I know I have, I'm not doing my vitamins and I'm not getting that vitamin D and, all the things. So can I make a healthy lifestyle choice?
Number one, get a yearly physical. And with your
Oh,
physical, get a pelvic exam and a
come
pap
on.
smear.
Okay.
Even if you do feel like you're okay, still go to the doctor, get your screenings done when they're needed, like mammograms, your colonoscopy, your bone density as you age. Those are very good screenings to have to make sure that you continue to live a healthy lifestyle, maintain a healthy diet most of the time,
Listen,
which
okay, help us. Help us. I'm gonna sip
healthy
on that.
diet or a healthy diet lifestyle.
Yeah,
You have your days, but if
of
you're more
course.
conscious of what you're eating, um, will give you another good healthy choice lifestyle. Physical activity, at least 30 minutes a day, walking,
Okay.
swimming, getting in the water, weightlifting, something 30 minutes to kind of get your body going and moving is really good. Drink water,
Okay.
water,
Get your water.
water, water,
Everybody,
water.
do you have your water tonight? Yes, we have our water.
I got my water. Yes,
Okay, see, and we're following the rules.
yes.
Yes, okay.
And try to consume half of your body weight. I mean, if you like water, you like water, but you don't have to drink a gallon.
Oh,
Not You
okay.
don't have to drink a gallon. Half your body weight is the amount of necessary water that you need to drink
In
every day.
ounces, then, right? Like
In
half a
ounces,
in
yes,
ounces. Okay, gotcha.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
wow. Okay. Now
Um,
I have a question
I
before
always
you move on to another topic.
thought that was weird.
No, go ahead, Joe. Go ahead. Where you gonna? Okay, maybe she's got a little internet issue. Hang on. Is she back? Are you back? Yes, she's back. Okay,
I'm back.
go
Look,
ahead.
I'm tired of it. I'm tired of Xfinity. Don't go with Comcast, okay?
Okay.
Paying all the money, it don't work.
Lord, don't shut us down, whoever she's supporting.
What is going
No, get it. I'm joking.
What is going on?
Well, I was just gonna ask before you hit her with the next question. I was gonna ask because I know like when you were talking about the screenings and our yearly check-ins or wellness checks or whatever the case may be. Now they have changed some of these screenings to where we don't have to go or do them as often. Do you still recommend us still requesting those yearly?
yes, I do recommend you still go yearly. Your pap smear, I think they changed it to 2 to 3 years if you have a
Yeah.
normal pap smear, but you still should have a pelvic exam done every year just to make sure
Okay.
everything is good and there's no cysts or fibroids or anything that they see on the exam. So, yes, I recommend go every year.
Okay. Now, when do we start needing to be concerned about our colons and our breasts, like screenings? What is that called? Educate me.
Mammograms
Mammograms. There we
are,
go.
yes, mammograms are for breasts to make sure we
Help.
don't have lumps.
Yes.
And I think the age is 35 unless they changed it to
Oh,
30.
really?
Yeah, so that's
Okay.
35. I may be wrong, but I know it's 35, I think. Colonoscopies are 50. At 50, you want to go get a colonoscopy.
Okay.
And then bone density is also around, over 50, get a bone density
Going
done.
into-
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. Well, there we have
Yeah. Also, um, taking supplements. If you lack in if you're deficient in anything, whether it be iron, we'll talk about like inflammation. If you have inflammation, things,
it. Yeah.
if you lack vitamin D, it's important to take your daily supplements, even a multivitamin for women. And they have all types of consumptions. You can take it pill form, you can take it liquid form, or they have gummies now as well. So It's really important to get that multivitamin in so you're getting the supplements that you need every day. Follow up with your health provider when your body's not feeling right. Don't, like Jonisha asked earlier, like if you feel something in your body and it's like, this ain't right,
Yep.
follow up with your provider. Go see, check it out, go see what it's about
Yep.
just to make sure you're okay. And then educate and advocate for yourself. You have to. If you're not getting the answers that you need, they're like, well, we don't know, get a second opinion, go back, say, look, I know you got to advocate for yourself. And if you can't do it for yourself, get someone that you trust, family member or friend, to advocate, that you trust in your life,
Yeah.
trust over your life,
Right.
and advocate for yourself.
That's good. I love
And
that.
when and my personal experience with working in women's health and healthcare, I myself had to educate people to let them know that preventative health of like physicals and stuff like that is just that, to come in to check out to make sure that everything is okay so they can catch any issues before they really become an issue. Just making sure that your body is working or your body is okay, or if you have like something minor going on, they can start taking care of it or start watching it before it becomes a bigger issue, instead of waiting before it does become a bigger issue. Now you have to go in for surgery or have like this, take all these medications for it. So a lot of people I know won't schedule physicals because they don't, oh, I feel fine. It's not about what you feel all the time. It's preventative to help you prevent the the outcome. And that's why a lot of health insurance, they will cover physicals at 100% because they're trying to help you prevent what's going on, what could happen in the future. So physicals are important, so try not to skip out on those yearly physicals.
Absolutely.
They're
Absolutely.
free, but the blood
Okay.
Yeah.
work's not. But the blood work's not.
But it's still good. I
Just let you know, but it's free. Yes.
listen, you might have to pay that little copay, but it will save your life
Yep.
because honestly, I did that actually this last year, and some of my blood levels were kind of off, so I had to, take my diet into extreme consideration here, and really, change up some things because your girl's levels weren't right. So, definitely don't back down just because of a couple dollars. We'll go buy Starbucks, we'll go buy a new outfit, we'll order Sheen, okay? We can save our lives, okay?
Why are you telling my business, Liz?
Because I'm talking to myself, okay? The Amazon order can wait one more week, okay? Let's save our lives, all right? Let's save a life.
No, but seriously. So Tamia, as a woman, what awakened you to make some health changes?
Ooh, well, the girl was having some hip issues. I had started getting hip pain and I started walking funny and I couldn't tie my shoe. My range of motion had gone down. And so I thought it came from weight training because I did weight training for about 2 years. And I love squats. So I'm like, did I weigh too much and I bent down wrong? Something's going on. So I went to the orthopedist, which specializes in bones, and they took an x ray and they found arthritis in my left hip. And I bawled. Come on now, arthritis? I'm
Listen,
young.
when you hear that, you think he's old, okay?
All right.
Old.
I bawled. I was crying like, oh my God, I have arthritis. I'm not old enough. But number
Arthur
one,
caught up with me.
I got the arthritis.
The arthritis, okay?
And so I know, I'm aware that it runs in my family, and that's one thing. It's not curable without surgery, and surgery was not the option that they were giving me because of my age. Just saying that we could make it better. So I decided, and I don't know if you guys know what arthritis is, those out there, it's inflammation in your joints. So you kind of lose the range of motion and a lot of your tissue depletes. And so the your bone starts to kind of rub together. There's not a lot of cushion in
Wow.
there. Um, so I did some research and I talked to a couple of my people in my support system, and I changed my diet. So I avoided foods like red meat. I gave up red meat.
Okay.
I gave up processed meat, which is bacon, sausage, lunch meat.
Oh,
Alcohol, gave up alcohol. Refined sugars, high fructose, anything that has the high fructose corn syrup. So basically, just eating fruit. So when I crave sweet stuff, I ate my fruit. And saturated fats like pizza, cheese, pasta, like all that stuff causes inflammation. And I didn't want to make it worse. I also started taking supplements. Turmeric is good, vitamin D is good, and fish oil is good for inflammation. So I added a supplement to my diet, and then started doing some stretching because I had to do some physical therapy. And so I learned how to do some stretches. And your girl got range of motion, and
okay.
I
Come
don't got no
on.
pain.
Come on.
And she back.
So
And she
Okay.
back.
I used to take I had took fish oil at one point, and I think I had just got the wrong brand. And I don't know if you could recommend a brand, because when I was taking it, like I would burp and it tastes and smelled like fish. And I was like, I'm done
Oh.
with this. I can't do it. Is there
So it
the one that you take do that too?
I don't know how long ago it's been for you taking fish oil. I think
I
it
just
has
did that.
gotten better. One thing you can do is take it at night when you're sleeping, and that way it rests and you won't burp. So I would recommend you try it at night or try the liquid form because there is liquid fish oil.
So does
Mhm.
have you had the liquid before?
No, I have no problems with the pills.
I'm
She
scared to
said,
take the liquid form.
she
Well,
said, I'm
try it
working.
at night.
I ain't tried none of it. So all this ain't helping me.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
And I'm with
Yeah,
you,
try taking it at
April.
night.
I'm with you, April. I don't know about the bacon. Mighty Father, help us, Lord. Oh,
It's not
Lord
good for
Jesus.
you.
I
It's
know. It's a
not.
processed meat. I thought it came straight.
What about turkey bacon?
It's bacon. It's all
Turkey
processed
bacon?
meat, honey. It's processed. They take
Chicken
it through the
sausage.
processor
I said the
process.
chicken sausage too. No. We're trying to make it work, aren't we, Joe? We're trying
Mm.
to, but it's probably for our good, Lord. It's for our
But
good.
those are that's just for inflammation. You know, you're having some inflammation, and you don't have to cut it all out. Like I said, I gave up the red meat. That was like
Yeah,
key for me. So yeah.
that's good. That's good. I definitely got some advice on that. All right. So we just learning a whole lot tonight. We're just learning a whole
Good.
lot. So how important is it to see a specialist versus a primary doctor?
Well, let me see. I would say to each his own. I feel like you should um, just reading
Absolutely.
the comments. Sorry.
Exactly. Comment pause.
um,
We got a little bit.
Oh my
the
Lord.
comments.
Yes,
The
we
comments.
are stretching
The
our hands to the
comments.
Father.
Oh my Lord.
The comments. Okay, so a specialist doctor specializes in healthcare specialties. So that includes like women's health, OBGYN, and they can see girls at 13, as early as 13.
Mhm.
You got your urologist, you have a neurologist, you have internal medicine. So specialists specialize in healthcare specialty, whatever that is, bones, joints, blood. There's all types of specialties. A primary doctor is just a doctor that practices has general practice. I say whoever you feel that is your doctor that you can relate to, they're helping you in your health, is fine. I I like to see a gynecologist because I feel they give good feminine health. They specialize in our health, ladies. You
Okay.
know, they know the screenings, they know the preventative care, they know reproductive health, they know how to treat abnormal periods, domestic violence. They have resources for you for that,
Oh,
birth control. So I promote OBGYN specialists because they specialize in good feminine health,
now
women's
can
health.
they see you for your like yearly and everything else? Like you don't have to be obviously pregnant or thinking about having a child or anything like that, like to see those types of specialists, right?
Correct. You can have your specialist, your OBGYN, be your primary doctor.
Nice.
You don't have to, they do the physical, they can listen to your heart, they can listen to your lungs, they can do that. Um, Usually by age 65, they will kind of veer you off to more internal medicine doctors because then they can, you know, they know more about your heart and your lungs. So they can specialize with the
Yeah,
other internal stuff that goes on that's not woman related.
right.
But yes, I love gynecologists and I recommend it for
Now
good
you
health.
said they can see young girls as early as 13. Do you recommend that? Do you think earlier? Do you I mean like how do you yeah, what's your perspective on young children, on young girls?
I think they should, um, because you start to learn about your body at
Yeah,
13. And I mean, why not go to someone that has had education in that and that could really break it down to you and tell you how your cycle's going to be, all the things that young teenagers go through. So
yeah.
yes, yes. And
Well,
they have rights too, but they also have rights. So if you are a parent that takes your child to the doctor, you should know that at 13, they have a right to say, I don't want my parents to know about this. They can be seen without a parent at 13. It is legal. So
that's
know
good.
that
Oh
as
yeah,
Okay.
well.
that was one of my. I have all girls, and that was one of my biggest like shock.
Man.
Like, what? You can't tell me what?
Uh,
And she's like, oh, what? And I
that's
have to
Mhm.
respect
right, right.
that. But at the same time, I my girls, we have a bond, so they were like, I don't want my mama in here, and they would tell me,
Okay.
so I was okay with that. But for them to tell me what, this is my child, but
Yeah.
I understand patient, you know, confidentiality, so I get it because I've worked there too. But still, that's like a slap in the face as a parent.
Mhm.
Listen, I still be calling my mom like, Mom, they said
Yep,
What you
that
think?
part.
What you
what
think,
you
Ma?
know about this.
Yep, I do too. I'd be like, Mom, and she'd be like, I don't know.
Listen,
So,
absolutely.
does emotional health change with physical health?
Absolutely. Absolutely, it does. It can increase illnesses that you may be experiencing, and it can decrease your immunity system.
Wow.
Um, yeah, look at depression. Depression causes headaches, fatigue, digestive problems,
Wow.
anxiety. You can lose your appetite. And then we have emotional trauma. And emotional trauma is called hyper arousal, and that can cause sleep disturbance, muscle tensions, and a lower threshold for startled responses. So that is one key symptom of post-traumatic stress disorder. So yeah, absolutely, emotional health can play a big part in your physical health.
You just educated me on some stuff. What?
Listen, I'm like self-diagnosing myself now.
Well,
Like, oh,
that
Lord.
part,
Don't
I'm
do
like,
that.
Where's that
Yeah,
comment? Father, I stretch thy hand to thee.
what? Okay.
yeah.
April, stretch your hand. Okay, wait.
Listen.
So wait a minute.
Oh
What's it
Lord.
called? Hyper what now?
Hyper arousal. Hyper arousal.
Hyperarousal.
Yep, it's
Wow.
emotional trauma. Mhm.
Wow. And so what do you know anything? Okay, so anxiety, how does that play a part? Like cuz you said all of our emotions somehow can affect
Mhm.
obviously us physically, and you gave an example of depression. So how does anxiety, like, is that you said like muscle tension, or what was that?
No, anxiety, loss of
Oh,
appetite.
loss of
So
appetite.
when you're anxious, you can't eat. Your
Yeah,
nerves are just like you
you
lose your
everywhere.
appetite.
Listen,
Yeah,
listen, everywhere. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Wow. How
Mhm.
how does unforgiveness, or like things that we internalize,
Oh,
will
we'll
that
get to
play a
that. Well, it does. Unforgiveness does. Unforgiveness does. If you don't forgive somebody, it can cause you to increase your blood pressure because you're all riled up, right? So yeah,
oh,
and you keep on thinking about that thing. So when you're thinking about that thing, your mind is all connected to your body to your spirit. So all that stuff is playing a part.
it's just affecting
Yeah,
us one by one. And
yeah.
so I mean that leads into the next question too. So I mean we've touched on a couple of emotions. So how, I mean, stress is always our biggest factor, especially for us women, because we're wearing multiple hats, we're doing multiple things, we're super women out here, okay?
Hmm.
So but stress is on our back. So how is this playing a factor to our health, or how is it slowly demolishing us?
Well, stress can impact our health by releasing a hormone called cortisol. Cortisol. Everybody say cortisol.
Cortisol, come on and teach us
I need,
tonight.
I
Yes,
need an
cortisol.
example. Cortisol. Type that in the chat.
Cortisol.
And cortisol is a hormone that protects the body. So it's our body protection. It helps our body to protect itself. That's what
Oh,
I'm trying to say. And stress, that cortisol can increase our blood pressure and heart rate once it's released. So if the cortisol levels are elevated for a prolonged time, a period of time, or repeated on with a constant stressor, it can lead to increased food consumption, fat storage, and weight gain. That's what you call or overeating stress.
wow.
That's because of the cortisol.
So wait a minute. I
Run
saw a
that
commercial.
back. Yeah.
I saw a
I'm just
commercial
jaw
one time
dropped all night tonight. Just
that
go.
this cortisol really likes to set in around the waist area and in the stomach part. And if that's true, then this cortisol is telling all my business.
Well, it's only released when you're stressed. So yes, if you're stressed and
Telling all
you
my
feel yourself overeating, yeah, it's that cortisone trying to feed itself to protect you. Um,
Listen.
some ways to help some ways to help with your stress is exercise. Okay? So if you feel like you're getting stressed, exercise helps with emotional intensity.
Okay.
It can help clear your thoughts as well. When
Wonderful.
I was doing weight training, and man, when I had those stress days at work going to work out, man, you forget all about it once you get done working
Okay.
because it releases endorphins and it
Yeah.
uses up all that adrenaline that you were so stressed about. It takes it away because the adrenaline has to go somewhere.
That's so
Even, I
good.
mean, if I might put a plug in right in there, um, because I personally deal with arthritis in my knees and my back. So doing certain exercises isn't always easy for me. But
Mhm.
what I do over the years is walking, and walking around just on a brisk day or a nice day, or even just walking, that
Mhm.
alone is the same thing. You feel better, you're able to process, you're able to think and just release some of that
Mhm.
stress and some of those things off your brain. So you don't necessarily have to be in a gym and doing weight,
No, no.
you know,
Mm-mm.
just moving around, listen to some
Yeah.
music or enjoy the
Good.
weather, look at
Yep.
the trees and all that kind
Yep.
of stuff. So
Yep.
yeah.
Also, relaxation. If you use meditation, prayer, using some type of relaxation. There's also this thing called the 3-3-3 theory. And that theory is that you identify three things that you see, take a moment, identify three things that you see, and then listen to three things that you hear, and then move three body parts to kind of help you to relax. And then also sleep, get more sleep. When you're stressed, your body needs sleep and rest. So go night
Liz,
night.
what's that face, Liz?
Oh Lord,
Together.
I'm falling apart.
That's only if you stress. That's only if you stress, Liz. That's only if you
No, I
stress.
am it because that was my gonna be my confession. I was like, I'm stressed all the time because I am constantly like I go for something crunchy or hard or like I just want to eat something when I'm stressed, and so you put it all into
That
perspective.
cortisol. That's that
That's
cortisol.
cortisol. Listen, we gonna fast and pray against this cortisol. That's what we're gonna do.
That part, okay. So Tamia, is it
Mighty Father.
possible that you can, like, give us some kind of information or resource on that 333 and the hyper arousal, so we can like post it so those who have might like want to
Sure.
revisit will have that? That's good
Yeah,
information.
yeah.
And
I
even
could
the
do that.
cortisol, the cortisol as well, because this is like
No,
really good
listen, we gonna
information.
be posting certain clips of this all week because we all need to be reminded. Anybody need a
It's
workout
really good
plan?
information, no, for real.
Listen, we gonna hold each other accountable. You know, we are. If we gonna be tea time, we gonna be tea time. Okay.
Yes.
And but this is real. This is real. This is good information. Listen, and I'm being all the way transparent. Like it is getting my whole life tonight. So um this is good.
Good.
How well I'll
It's
let you
really
ask the
good.
last question or the next question, Joe. It's on you.
Oh, there's another question. Okay, yep. How does health affect us spiritually? Did you get it?
How does yep. Um, I think for this one,
Okay.
it can improve our mental, emotional, and physical health.
Wow.
That's how it affects our health.
Wow.
Some key things is forgiveness. You talked about it
Mm,
earlier.
Yeah.
Forgiveness. It lowers your blood pressure. It improves your
mm,
cardiovascular health, and it can boost your immune system support system if you forgive.
mm,
Um, let me move on. Practice positive thoughts.
mm. Okay.
So replacing your negative thoughts with your positive
That's
thoughts.
good. That's good.
Accept what you can't change. You
Come
know.
on.
Mm,
Yeah. Putting your stress into perspective and thinking, is it really this bad? It could be worse. And then
mm.
do your best. Do your best instead of aiming for perfection, which
Yes.
is impossible. We're not perfect.
Yeah.
If you are, let me know because I could take some tips. But for me, it's impossible. Be proud of however close you are to your goal.
That's good.
That's
So,
good.
yeah,
I love
yeah.
that. Listen, for all those in the comments that said hey, we say hey back. Let us know.
Hey.
Are you all getting the tea tonight? Listen, Like I
Has
said,
been
my whole life is
amazing.
about to change. Okay, this
Yes.
cortisol, whatever we called it, it's got to go. Okay,
Did you
so
call it a quarter wall? Did you
I
call it a
don't know.
quarter wall?
We gonna get the name right after tonight. Okay, but whatever it is, we know what it is. But we gonna get it right. We're gonna get it
Yes,
but
yes.
this is so good. I mean, to bring balance to us spiritually and naturally,
Mhm.
how they intertwine together. Yeah, internalizing everything is not healthy, and it can affect us in so many ways. And just even to prevent us from, I know stroke is another. Um, a big thing for us women, with the stress and everything else. And so, whatever it is that we're internalizing, we got to break that. We got to, give it to the Lord, because he's the only one that can fix it. Like you said, some things seem impossible, but what does the word of God says to bring that positivity? It says, all things are possible through him. So, we just really have to remember who our Father is, in all of this. But Miss Tamia, you killed it tonight. I with the tea.
Aw.
Okay, listen.
You did. Yes, you
If you all have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments now. But we are going to wrap up this show. Do you have any last bit of advice or remarks that you want to share with us? It could be on anything, but we just thank you though for your time and for your wisdom tonight. I mean,
did. Very good.
you ain't changed nobody's life. You changed mine. So, but
Very
I'm
good.
sure you have definitely helped all of us out here
Mhm.
in Tea Time
Aw.
Land. So, yeah, just let us know what is some last bit of advice you would like to leave us with.
Well, thank you for having me. I would just say to self care requires you to self care yourself. And, sometimes we'll be self care is getting our nails done and doing shopping. No, self care starts with taking care of yourself
That's it.
physically, mentally, spiritually, all that. Period. If you need any kind of resources, I do know some providers and doctors that are really good. So if you need someone, either reach out to me or someone else you're close to get someone that they recommend. That's all.
Well, you can follow her here on social media
Yes.
under Thomia Rochelle. If
Mhm.
you do need to reach out to her, you can reach out to us, and we will gladly connect you and send her your question or your request as well. And it looks like we got somebody that's shared. Yes, Miss Delia, hello. Be anxious for nothing. Come on. But in
Yes.
everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, letting your requests be known to God and the peace of in the peace of. I think there's more to the scripture, but we know where it comes from.
Yep.
Philippians 4, and that's what
Yeah.
we got to speak. The
Yeah.
Lord says we don't have to be anxious. We don't have to be
Mhm.
tense. He says, "Have no thought for tomorrow. For tomorrow will worry about itself." But
Yep.
That
just
part.
live in the moment. And I think us women, we forget to live in the moment. So just
Mm.
take your moment tonight after tea time, relax, put your feet up, don't feel guilty for
Mhm.
that because you deserve it, and just enjoy who you are because you matter. So we thank you again. Stay tuned. We got some great, like I said, episodes coming up next month you do not want to miss. But stay tuned this week. We definitely are going to be posting all the resources, all the
And
reminders, checking in
yes,
on each other, making sure
Yes.
you're working out, drinking your water, okay, and minding your business.
Sleep, sleep,
And
relax.
going to bed tonight, okay? All right. Well, we thank you all once again, and we hope to see you next time on Tea Time. Have a good night, everyone.
Have a
good
great night,
night.
everyone.